Welcome back to Chiropractic First of Rockford. I'm Dr. Kyle Olson, and today I want to talk to you about an activity that all of us do every day that greatly impacts our health, but very few people truly get the benefit of, and that's sleep. If you can believe it, you spend almost a third of your life sleeping. The benefits of good night's sleep, not only are there things that you feel throughout the day, like better memory, more energy throughout the day, but it's during sleep that your body is doing a tremendous amount of extremely important things for your health. You're growing new cells, your muscles are repairing themselves, you're actually forming long-term memories when you sleep, and so if you're not getting the proper sleep every night, you're not getting all the benefits that you need to wake up and have a refreshing and productive day. But a lot of people don't understand what a good night of sleep truly is. To start with some very simple numbers, if you're an adult, the average amount of sleep that you need is between 7 and 8 hours each night. And that's deep, restful sleep. A lot of people wake up after a long night of sleep and they feel like they just didn't get the sleep they need. They still feel like they need energy, they still feel like they're dragging. It's not just the number of hours of sleep that you get, but how well you're sleeping every night. When you sleep, it's not just one activity, it's not just one phase that you're in. There's a total of 5 phases when you're sleeping. Stages 1 through 4 are various levels of getting into deeper and deeper sleep where the body does different activities for each one. But then once you reach that 5th stage, that's called REM sleep, or REM sleep. That stands for rapid eye movement. Now it's during stages 3 and 4 when you're in what's called deep sleep. That's where your body's doing the most good. That's when your muscles are repairing themselves, when your brain is the most active. You see, when you're sleeping, your brain is actually carrying out millions of transactions. All these processes and these connections between the neurons are occurring and firing, and it's strengthening those bonds. 3 and 4 are the deepest layers of sleep. You'll actually cycle through that 1 through 5 stages, a total of 5 to 6 times each night. Each one of those takes about 90 minutes to get through a full cycle. So the difference between getting a long night of sleep and getting a good night of sleep is allowing your body to get into each one of those stages and cycle through multiple times each night. Unfortunately, about 60% of the people in this country, when polled by the National Sleep Foundation, said that they don't get a good night's sleep. About 60% in total also said that they're just simply not sleeping enough hours to get a good night's sleep. And what that's done is, in 2014 alone, 60 million sleep medications were prescribed in this country. And that's not even speaking for all the over-the-counter things that are taken, like melatonin supplements, or taking certain types of teas that are meant to get you to sleep. That's simply prescription medications, 60 million that were written last year for sleep conditions. Unfortunately, when you're not getting a good night's sleep, not only is it things you feel like poor memory, like poor energy, but it's actually a lot more detrimental to your health than most people realize. A lack of sleep has been linked to an increased risk in heart disease. It's been tied to an increased risk for migraines, for chronic pain throughout the day. In fact, it can also knock down your immune system. There was one study that showed that your body produces less antibodies when you're not sleeping well. But it's also been linked to a higher amount of food intake during the day. Your body is seeking energy, so it tells you it's hungry because it needs the calories and the energy that it provides. So people who don't sleep well tend to eat more throughout the day than they actually need, which leads to a lot of other problems with things like obesity and, again, heart disease risk. The good news is, though, sleep is something that you can control. Now, there's a couple things you can do, and I'm going to give you a couple simple steps that are going to ensure you actually get the most quality sleep when you're sleeping, but also that you're able to fall asleep quicker to get longer sleep. The first is to avoid caffeine, ideally after 3 p.m. Putting that stimulant into your body after 3 o'clock, actually just a couple hours before most people go to sleep at the end of the day, can actually keep you awake at night and prevent you from getting into the deeper layers of sleep right away when you start to fall asleep. The second one is don't have any heavy foods or bigger meals up to 2 hours before bed. If you put a lot of food into your stomach before bed, your body has to put energy into digesting that food, and it takes away blood and energy that your body needs to getting you to sleep. The second is to keep a regular schedule. That means try and get to bed each time at the same time each night, try to wake up at the same time each morning. That means even on days where you may have off on vacation or a day off work, still try and rise at about the same time each day. You see, your body works on a circadian rhythm, and so once you've established that pattern, it's easier for your body to go into sleep and to wake up at the same time and get the deep, restful sleep that it needs. The next one is to do a calming activity right before bed. Now, most people unfortunately spend time watching television before bed, or on their tablet, or on their phone, on their computer. You want to avoid things that are stimulatory, that bring in light. You want to do things that are calming, like taking a bath or reading in a darker light. This helps cause your body to start to shut down. It lets your body know that it's time to go to bed, and you're going to get the best quality of sleep. The last thing to do is to ensure you have a properly functioning nervous system. Now, it's your nervous system that controls all the activities your body does while you're sleeping, things like organ repair and tissue repair, but it's also your nervous system that tells your body to release the hormones like melatonin that get you into sleep. So it's important to have a properly functioning nervous system before you go to bed, but also while you're sleeping. So be mindful of the way you're sleeping each night and the position that you put yourself in throughout the day. Have a wonderful week and a restful night. I'm Dr. Kyle Wilson. I look forward to seeing you again next time at Chiropractic First of Rockford.